So welcome to Motor Talks powered by Motor Gadi. So today we have Mr. Vihaan Malkan, the founder of DYD, that is Doorstep Car Repairs and Services in India. Welcome, Vihaan. How are you doing today?
Good. Deepak, how are you doing today? Nice to meet you.
Very well. It's a lovely day today.
Yeah, honestly, it's been raining a bit, but it's Mumbai, so.
Okay, great. Yeah. So Vihaan, my first question to you is when and where did the company started and where is it headquartered?
So the headquarters are in Ville Parle, and the company, we started operations since January. We've been fully functional, but originally we started only in Thane for the first few months because we were in a minimum viable product phase. We were in the MVPs, and now we've expanded, and now we are all available all over Mumbai.
Okay.
And we were originally only available in Thane, but now we fully expanded to Mumbai.
Okay, and I think you started this year only? The company started?
So our entire process and operations were completely started this year in January, but the idea and the company formation all has been started a couple of years ago, actually. It started all in COVID, because COVID was a very transformational period for all of us. All this was the startup phase for everyone. Everyone started to realize that, what sort of ideas we can have, how we can expand, and how we can grow. And one of the biggest things I realized is that convenience is very important, especially, when you're not allowed to go outside your house, you're stuck inside your house, you have to figure something out, right?
Absolutely.
And when it comes to cars are precious to us. Yeah. My dad used to just give me the keys and he used to send me down, and he'd be like, just move the car around back and forth, because, you can't have the car moving, otherwise the car gets spoiled. And I realized that, if the service garage is shut, we need somebody to service it at home, right? Nobody was doing that at that point. So I thought, okay, maybe we can do something here.
So how is this young entrepreneurship journey going on?
Oh yeah, so that's been a bit of a shock for me personally, because I was a student. Yeah, overnight I went from a student to a boss, pretty much. And it's tough, yeah, because you're 22 years old and you tell someone who has 13, 14 years of experience to join you, and you tell them what to do. They don't take it that well at the start, right?
Sometimes.
So over time, people do realize that, okay, this is how it's going to work. This is how it is. You gain the trust of your employees over time. And, honestly, it's been a learning journey for me. I never really thought I'd be in a position like this so soon in my life.
Okay.
But having such an experience, I never could have thought about it. It's been amazing.
That's great. Okay. So are there any like founders or partners in this venture with you?
No, I'm the only founder of this company. Okay. There's no other partner. I have a CEO who is helping me with the company.
Okay. And like, what is the company's or brand's value proposition according to your, like, what exactly you're looking for?
So we believe in convenience, affordability, and reliability. That is our value proposition towards the customer. So if you see car servicing, right, everyone dreams of owning a car, right? That's why we're called Drive Your Dream, because the second you start owning the car, when you have to maintain it, the dream becomes a nightmare, right? Because what happens most of the time is you have to go to the dealership. The whole day you have to send your car there. Maybe, if you don't even have time to sit there, you have to go back to your office, take public transport back to the dealership, get the car, and then you're surprised with a random bill. Oh shit, what is this? I have no idea what I'm paying for, right? So we found all these gaps in the market, and we decided to fix all of them. So we decided to fix convenience first, which was the most important thing. So we actually come to your house and we service your car right there and there. So you could be sitting in your office, you could take out the app, just book your service at your home, just give your keys to the watchman, we'll come and service your car. And the fact about then comes affordability, right? When you look at, the bill that you get from a dealership, it's always sky high. You don't even know what you paid for half the time. We don't have that. On our app, it was firstly cheaper than the dealerships. Second, everything is transparent. You know exactly what you're paying for. You know exactly what you're booking.
Okay.
And when it comes to reliability, we only use genuine parts. We, have the best of the best trained technicians, and our work speaks for itself. We've always had glistening reviews from our customers.
Okay, that's great. So, what exactly inspired this idea? I think you already said that COVID majorly inspired this idea, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So how it started, right, is the entire thought process behind starting something at home was seeing the gaps that were already in this. It's just, it's one of the biggest industries in the country. Automobile industry is massive.
Yeah.
But there's nobody fixing this problem. And this problem has pertained for the last, what, 3 decades. It's always been there.
Absolutely.
Having to go to your car dealership, put your car there. It's a long process. And then the other alternative is a local garage. But the issue with the local garage is that you don't know if they're using genuine parts. That guy could put olive oil in your car for all you know. Like, you never know what sort of products they're using. And the technicians are almost never trained. So,
Right.
your car is a very precious product. Yeah? You don't want to just give it to somebody to mishandle. So we decided to fix up all these gaps, and we saw a big gap in the market. And for me personally, it's a very deep connection because I love cars, and I would always take care of my car. I would always make sure it's clean, make sure the service is done on time. And I personally felt that there was a big gap here that I could maybe fulfill.
Okay. So can you tell us about the services offered and if there are any plans to expand these services?
Yeah. So when we started off, we were just in an MVP phase, and we were just doing periodic maintenance, which is what your car has to go through maybe the first 6 months or first 10,000 kilometers, depending on how it goes. So that's how we originally started. But right now we have 9 product categories. We do everything from just your, denting and grooming, all the way to periodic maintenance and battery swap and tire swap. Obviously, there are limitations to what we can do at your doorstep. We can't fix your dents at the doorstep. So we will have to take your car. But yeah, so right now we are in this phase and we have a 2-day lead time. So if you book it now, we can come to you 2 days later.
Okay.
Right. But my plan and my future goal for this is to make it so that we show up in a couple of hours.
Okay.
But right now it's realistically really tough for me to do at a smaller scale. So my plan is to have it, expand more. And obviously, since I'm in a, such a good industry to begin with, there are a lot of growth opportunities for me.
Right. Absolutely.
Within. So once, the batteries, once EVs are always, more and more growing, batteries will be a very good business for me.
Okay. Okay. And what are your major cities that you guys are offering your services?
So right now we are only in Mumbai and Thane. So we originally started off in Thane, and now we're in Mumbai and Thane.
And are there any plans to expand in the neighboring cities or states?
So we originally had 1 van. Now we have 4. So we expanded more and more. And then we're going to expand to about maybe 30 vans just for all of Mumbai. And then after that, we will move to the next metro cities. We'll go to Pune, we'll go to Bangalore, we'll go to Chennai, we'll go to Delhi. And then obviously I want to expand it pan-India eventually. I have big plans for this. Hopefully, we touch wood, everything goes well.
That would definitely. At such a young age, you have done wonderful achievements. So
Thank you.
all the best and all the best. So my next question is to you is, how do you see the customers benefiting out of this service?
Okay. So like I said, from a consumer point of view, that's how we started this, right? We identified the problems a consumer would face.
Right.
So as a customer, I don't want to sit the whole day at a dealership waiting for my car to be serviced, right? And even if I do give my car to and I'm not sitting there, I'm going back to my work, taking a rickshaw from my dealership, going back to the office.
Right.
Once the work day is done, I have to take another rickshaw, go back to the dealership, pick up the car, see a random bill. All of that can be avoided. You could be in office and you're like, oh shit, my service is due. All you have to do is just pick up your phone, download the app, book the service, and we'll do it at your doorstep. We could do it at your office. We could do it practically anywhere.
Okay.
And some of the best parts about that is obviously the convenience factor, but also the affordability factor. It is cheaper than the dealerships for sure.
Okay.
And we are using the best of the best parts, so you'll never have any of the issues with that. We only use genuine parts.
That's great. Okay. So would you like to describe your long-term goals towards DYD?
Okay. So my long-term goal would obviously be to, expand this and go to all the metro cities and go pan-India eventually. And I want to enhance the customer car owning experience.
Okay.
Because right now it's owning a car, the first few months it's fun, but then it's maintaining it is a nightmare. And I don't want that to happen because cars are very precious and everyone loves to own a car, but I don't want the car owning experience to go down. And I want to make sure that in the long run, everybody is happy with their car and can service it whenever the hell they want at their doorstep. And once we do go pan India, that'll be the big goal now. That's up next.
Okay. Okay. So, what do you anticipate from the auto industry as new technologies are rapidly increasing and EVs?
So, the auto industry has seen a huge overhaul in the last 10 to 15 years. I mean, it all started by Toyota pioneering the hybrid technology.
Right.
From there, we went just exponential growth.
Right.
We went from hybrid cars to electric cars in what, a matter of 5-10 years, right? And it's not just about the vehicle itself, but the entire industry is transforming. If you look at the roadside assistance, for example, right? Before you had to call a number, say it down this way. I mean, it's just it's a before. I mean, imagine for 30 years back, you're stuck and your car's stuck. What are you going to do? Who are you going to call? Right? You can't do any of that. Right? You're stuck. Right. And in general, a lot of the new cars have become autonomous. And I want to know how that will work in India, because that'll be a big challenge. Because if you see Tesla, what they've done abroad, they've had a lot of, they faced some challenges with their autonomous driving. And in India, it's going to be tricky, man. There's traffic, dude. I don't know how they're going to manage that. But I think that's going to be very interesting to look forward to because of the, technology growth that we've had in India. And with us also, 10-15 years back, it wasn't possible to do what we're doing. Just take your, service your car at your doorstep. It's
right. Okay. So do you have any competitors in India at the moment?
No, from what I know, no. I mean, we had Go Mechanic, but they were a completely different model, right? So what Go Mechanic did, they sent somebody to your doorstep. They picked up your car and left.
Okay.
So you didn't know firstly where your car was going. It was not done in front of you. Plus, it's your fuel that somebody's using when your car's moving from one place to another.
Okay.
And having that comfort of somebody, opening the toolbox in front of you, you can see that the oil we're using is genuine. That is a completely different prospect that we've seen.
Okay. So like through DYD, all of the brands, all the OEMs, we can get serviced.
Yes. So right now we are only doing the mass segment, but we're avoiding the premium segment because that's the plan for the future. In the next maybe a year or maybe 6 months, in the next couple of years, maybe we'll expand to the premium segment as well. But for now, any other OEM that's not in the premium segment, so a car about maybe 50 lakh rupees, we can do it.
Okay. And are there any plans to get funding for DYD?
Of course. So the next step, obviously, once I, right now I have 4 vans. Once I get to about 10, maybe then I'll start looking for some VC money to really make it go to 30, then go to the next city, go to the next city, go to the next city. Just keep expanding.
Okay. So do you have any advice for young entrepreneurs in India?
Oh, advice is don't be scared. That's the most important thing. Because when I started, I was scared to do everything. I was scared to talk to my employees. I was scared to tell someone who's 25 years my senior that, hey, you're wrong. Maybe this is the way to do it. Right. Have the confidence. There's a point in which, people are also afraid about what sort of perception will people have of me if I'm just a kid. I'm going to tell you to do this, shut up or something, But at the end of the day, all of that doesn't matter. It's your leadership that matters, I think that's the most important thing.
Okay. So this was Mr. Vihaan Malkan, the founder of DYD. If you have any questions regarding DYD or Mr. Vihaan, you can definitely tell us in the comments below. And that will be all for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.